And welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Atlanta United FC versus Toronto FC MLS 2025 Week 27. They're playing Atlanta. Toronto can beat this team. At least you would hope so. So let's see if they do. And Atlanta's rotated, especially at the back, somewhat heavily. Our one match this weekend is Atlanta-Toronto on a Sunday afternoon. Had a nice Saturday off, if you wanted to ask. Not that it matters. Had a good Saturday off. We're going to be busy next weekend, so I'm kind of glad. Hell, I think the only day off, Monday and Friday? Next week? Even then, well, could you call Friday? Either way. With a prediction video, you can't really call Friday a day off. So either way, how we doing, Rory? How we doing, Adam? Starting 11s are as follows. For Atlanta United, Jaden Hibbert in goal for Atlanta. The Canadian international that Jesse Marsh wants to call up this September. So hopefully he's not to blame for Atlanta losing. If we could blame anybody, it's their defense. Their back four, Ronald Hernandez, Mihai, Stian Gregerson, Pedro Amador. The midfield three of Bartosz Schliess, Alexei Miranchuk, Tristan Miumba. The midfield or the front three of Luke Brennan, Sabolok Janitze, Miguel Almiron. For Toronto FC, Sean Johnson. The back four, Kobe Franklin, Kevin Long, Sigurd Rosted, Richie Larea. The midfield three of Maxime Dominguez, Jonathan Osorio, Alonso Coelho. And the front three of Theo Corbianu, Ulla Brynhildsen, Jordi Mihailovic. Yeah, they're starting Brynhildsen. That's going to be fun. I'm being absolutely prediction. We're still 2-1 Toronto. 2-1 Toronto. I told you Carballo had good potential. Needed a change of scenery, and he got it. And Jonathan David's been bad. Huh. I mean, I don't understand why Pochettino would call him up, but okay. Honestly, after I saw West Ham play, West Ham, if they don't fire Graham Potter soon enough, they're going down. Well, after what I saw from West Ham against, their first two games, they're going down. I still think Brentford's going down. And Southampton isn't as bad as I thought. I still hope Leeds stay up. Guess that means Burnley. Yeah. West Ham, Brentford, Burnley. Yes. Yes, he does. That was just fucked up what he did to that indie wrestler. Luckily, the wrestler's okay. But that was fucked. That was the worst thing I've seen in wrestling. They should win this. Atlanta freaking rotated their defense. What have I missed? None much. Yeah, Chris Mavinga said he lied. So I'm going to believe Chris. Chris ain't going. Here's the thing. One thing I know about Chris is the dude lives off positivity. The dude ain't going to shit on a guy if the guy deserves to be shit on. Or I should say, the dude ain't gonna shit on a guy if there's nothing to shit on him for. I believe Chris before I believe Twelman's dumbass. And see, this is why I say, I don't want your respect. I don't want the respect of Taylor Twelman. I don't want the respect of Andrew Wiebe. I don't want the respect of MLS Season Pass and Apple TV. No. If we're good, shut the hell up. Shit on us. Gaslight people. We're going to win. Okay? I don't want to hear you talk good about us because you don't deserve to talk good about us. You talk shit about us when we were good the first time. You talk shit about us when we sucked before we were good. You talk shit about us now. I don't want to hear shit from you. Not a word. When we're good, no. You don't have the right to talk good about us. You could complain, but start 11. Hibbert, Amador, Mihai, Gregerson, Hernandez, Mayumba, Schleich, Brennan, Moranchuk, Lobjanitse, Saba, and Miguel Almiron. But again, no respect. But again, I have zero respect for Apple TV, the way they run things. Sean Johnson, Richie Larea, Sigurd Ralsted, Kevin Long, Kobe Franklin, Dominguez, Osorio, Coelho, Corbianu, Mihailovic, and Ulla Brynhildsen. Oh, we're going one striker. That's going to be amazing. Of course, because it gives clicks. It gives clicks. But I'll tell you one damn thing. If Toronto's good again, I don't want to see them glazing Toronto. I don't want to see Apple TV and the MLS talking heads freaking glaze us. Moranchuk, player to watch for Atlanta, 5 goals his last 6 matches. Let's hope he doesn't add to that. Didn't happen, but at least we got some Fuentes. Jordy Mihailovic, player to watch for Toronto, 2 assists since trade from Colorado. Well, no, I mean, they kind of gave Vancouver respect a bit, which is weird, you know. And Montreal hadn't earned any respect. But I remember when Toronto was good last time. We've never gotten the respect we deserved, or at least when we were good. Of course, now that we suck, we don't have to be talked about until we play. But if we're good again, no, stay on that side. Stay on that side. I don't want to hear it. We ain't MLS's team. We're Toronto FC. We ain't your play toy. We ain't your favorite. We ain't nothing. When we start beating Miami, we want you to cry. When we start beating LAFC, we want you to cry. When we start winning cups, we want you to cry. When we start winning CONCACAF over your favorite teams, we want you to cry. Okay? That it's not the team you wanted to win. In theory, honestly, I want Toronto FC to ruin football. But by that, I mean I want them to ruin the thought of football that Don Garber has in this country. No, it's not Miami running football in this confederation or this country. No, because there are a bunch of bottle jobs who don't know how to win because Messi brought his best friends and one can't even run or even play well unless he's not playing. The other still barely can run, but at least he can still pass a ball. DePaul, well, he loves a payday, and he's got both his bodyguards next to him. Yay. All right. Cincinnati, well, they don't get much respect, but they bottle it all the time. Columbus, I think they're fine with Columbus winning, but they don't really want it to be Columbus. But they were okay with it till it didn't happen. LAFC, oh, well, they wish it would be LAFC. They wish. B-. I don't think it was as bad as people like to say. Yeah, I agree with that. But again, Well, we're waiting for this game to start. Teams walking out. Atlanta wearing the 5 stripes. Toronto wearing their whites. Is Cash Money playing? No, he's not on the bench. I'm going to guess he'll be on the bench when Cifuentes is on the bench. Or if he plays. So next weekend. We didn't know he'd be re-put into the squad until yesterday. So him and I'm guessing him and Cifuentes are on the squad next weekend. It's my guess. Cifuentes will probably start, but Malula on the bench. Some people in Spain don't like La Liga games being played abroad. Do NFL fans in the U.S. also dislike when regular season games are played outside the country? I don't think they hate it as much. I think there are people who do hate it, but I don't think there are people who hate it as much. So, do with that what you will. But, well, good thing that's next Saturday. Yeah, still, we'll see how he does now that Spicer's not there. He's better than Etienne. I'd rather see Malula play than Etienne. Yeah, but I think he was talking more about the England games and Germany and stuff. But yeah, no, those Bills-Toronto games were pretty cool. Sky Dome games, I know. Frankly, I don't even know if I'll be watching wrestling in January. Depends on what YouTube, as I said, depends on how YouTube TV runs. If I could finally sign into that stupid ESPN direct-to-consumer thing by January through YouTube TV and I don't have to pay $30 a month for 6 pay-per-views, I'll still watch wrestling. But the good news is John Cena's final pay-per-view or final match will be on Saturday night's main event, which is still on NBC and Peacock. So I could still watch his final match. His other pay-per-view matches, I really don't give a shit about the Logan Paul match. I'm not watching Clash in Paris. Lorenzo Hernandez is the center ref. I don't care. I don't. It'll suck if I have to miss the Brock. Well, you know what? I didn't really want to see a Brock match either. If I have to miss an AJ Styles versus John Cena match for the IC title, I'll be pissed. But other than that, I'll be able to see his final match. And if I still can't sign in to ESPN, I'm going to give them to the Royal Rumble. If they don't get YouTube TV to authenticate this new ESPN bullshit by the Royal Rumble next year, I'm done. I'm done with John. I'm not spending $30 a month for 6 out of 12 pay-per-views because of this team and the fact that they do them on Saturdays now. I'm not doing it. I know I can only watch about 6 pay-per-views a year. That's because of this, the way the MLS works. So, and there's only like one guy I give a shit about when John Cena fucks off. So, pardon my French, but I'm being serious. I truly, well, okay, no, if Kevin Owens comes back, I mean, that'll be good, but I don't even know if he'll come back. And we're off. But all I really care about is Sami Zayn. If John leaves, the only person I really care about is Sami Zayn. Point is, the cost-benefit analysis does not bear out at all. And I have every ESPN channel on YouTube TV, so the ones I need for Mississippi State, I have on regular TV. So, and other things. So, why do I need the direct-to-consumer unless... And the thing that makes it worse, And the thing that makes it worse is that TKO knows that $30 a month is stupid because what they do with the UFC for free on Paramount Plus. If you have Paramount Plus, you can watch every UFC show, whether it be Fight Night or a numbered pay-per-view, for free. Free. And I like the UFC. I might take advantage of that. I won't lie. I like the UFC. I might. If I can watch it for free. Everything plus, not just Fight Night, but the regular pay-per-views. Jeez. I might watch a lot more UFC because all I have to do is just fire up Paramount Plus and be like, there you go. It's like, well, that's a fight I want to watch, but do I want to buy it or watch it on a third party? There's like some fights I would have bought over the past while. But basically, I'm saying a perfect stream for free. Yeah. Well, I mean, I have to. I mean, there's football, now UFC, Golazo. Now I have YouTube TV. I don't really have to watch local news through there. I can do other things. But 227, there was a while where I used Paramount Plus just to watch local news when there was severe weather for like that was good. Now I have YouTube TV, so I don't have to do that. But there was a time where I didn't even really put it on my, when I still had cable or satellite, I didn't put it on my satellite box. I just kept it on streaming. So if there was severe weather, I'd just throw it on Paramount Plus and put on the local channel. Either way. I mean, I wouldn't say you should do that, but okay. I wouldn't do it, but okay. 3 minutes in. List of Jericho. The list of Jericho. Hey, if Jericho comes back like that, maybe I'll care. I don't need this learning tree Jericho to be the one that returns. It's stupid. Give me the Jericho that left the WWE, and there might be somebody I care about. Whether that be list of Jericho or just the flashy jacket. Hell, he could use Judas if he wants. I don't have a problem with that. But give me list of Jericho or flashy jacket Jericho, and we'll be okay. But learning tree Jericho is stupid. Well, I mean, they're not going to put the world title on him. And if he's come back, he ain't come back as a heel. But you could make the list of Jericho work as a face. You totally could, is my point. He's not going to be suit 2008 Jericho because, one, they ain't putting the world title on him, so what's the point? Second of all, that's out for a corner for Atlanta 5 minutes in. And they're not going to turn him heel just because, no. So I'm saying list of Jericho would work because that would work as a face. I know he loves coming up with things, but there we go. Not surprised. Corner. You can't even see where the corner's coming from. Looked like it came from a pea shooter goal kick for Toronto. The camera angle is so bad. Oh, Ronnie Dalla is coaching. I was like, what happened to him? Dude should get fired. Let's be real. If there's only one guy who can pull that off, that's Jericho. Cinematic match, all the generations of Jericho wrestling against each other. Honestly, that would be interesting. Sadly, COVID's not a thing anymore. They're not going to do a cinematic match without COVID being a thing. Score prediction, 2-1 Toronto. Atlanta sucks. Toronto hadn't looked too good right now, but Atlanta's still trash, so I'm sure it'll even out. 6 minutes in. Yep. Still sad. Hibbert picks up the ball. Seven minutes in. What do I desire? I'm voting libertarian. I'm voting libertarian. So I just hope when it comes to libertarian, I just hope they're more like Austin Peterson than Gary Johnson. I hope they're more like Adam Kokesh than Bill Weld. I hope they're more like Spike Cohen than Joe Jorgensen. I'm voting libertarian. Legit, I'm voting libertarian. I'll even vote for a Gary Johnson libertarian. A Mark Carney libertarian, so to speak. Just to be clear. Oh. See, that's hard. It's not Christian. I like Christian, but it ain't Christian. I can tell you that right now. It ain't Christian. And we're not going to debate about Benoit because in-ring, amazing. What Benoit did, though, he doesn't deserve to be called it. You're right. Edge's a damn good character, but in-ring, he wasn't that good. So, no, it's not Edge. It's not Owen. God rest his soul, but it ain't Owen. I think it's Brett. It's Brett than Jericho. If we're talking about in-ring work. Dude, look at some of Jericho's NJPW matches from like the 90s. Dude. Jericho's a damn good worker, but it's Brett. It's Brett. It's got to be Brett. Viva la libertad, carajo. See. Well, I mean, Chris Benoit murdered his son and his wife. And then he killed himself because of the CTE. But he... And even if it was Kevin Sullivan, we're never going to find that out. So I would hope that conspiracy theory about Kevin Sullivan's true. But it's probably not. So to most to everybody, to most people, Benoit killed his family and then killed himself. Whether it's because of the CTE, the roid rage, or not, that's no excuse. Playing forward, free kick for Toronto. Is that what happened with Test as well? Yep. That was even more fucked. I don't know. I don't understand why he did it either. Oh, shit. That's even harder of a question. Still got to be Eddie, though. Eddie Guerrero. I go with Eddie. I'll go with Eddie. Even though there's a lot of luchadors that only wrestled in AAA or CMLL, you could probably go with. I got to go with Eddie. I got to go with Eddie Guerrero. Free kick for Toronto. I got to go with Eddie Guerrero. I have to. Free kick blocked off the wall. Did he hit Almiron? Oh, he did, off the face. Oof. Oof, Maron, that did not look good. Drop ball, El Grande Americano. Well, I mean, let's be real. The two guys who played El Grande, one's actually American and the other's German. They're not Latino. Ludwig is German, right? Or is he? He's German, yeah? Gunther's the one who's Austrian. Yeah. Ludwig is German. Yeah. So, no, they're not Latino. Gable's not Latino, and Ludwig Kaiser's not Latino. I get you're playing with kayfabe, but neither of them are. It's actually funny, though. Ludwig is actually... I didn't know this till he played El Grande, but Ludwig is actually fluent in Spanish, which is probably why the gimmick's working so well. I mean, I'm glad he found it, but, you know... I mean, I'm glad he found it. But I like Ludwig. I mean, I'm glad he found it, all that. But, you know. Fair enough. That's true. Yokozuna's related to Roman and Rock and all the Anoa'i family, but they made him act like he was Japanese. That's true. This is true. And now they're openly just saying Yokozuna's related to The Rock. He's an Anoa'i. Like, I don't think they've ever openly said that until what? Roman Reigns? Honestly, no. Until Rock showed the family tree before WrestleMania 40. I think they tried to hide that for as long as they could. I was like, I think I found out before. Like, it was like, he's related to The Rock? He's an Anawa'i? I think I figured that out first, but it was like an open secret. You'd have to like dig for it until Rock showed the family tree. That I'm like, I wasn't surprised then, but a lot of people were. I'm like, what, you haven't done the research? Like at 3 a.m. for dumb shit reasons? No, you haven't? Header. Okay, then. Just because you want to? Blocked away. Okay? I mean, it was always kind of fishy to me. I won't lie. Yokozuna was always kind of fishy to me because I don't... whatever. Shot wide. That's not... It was always fishy to me. He's always been doing it. He wasn't ever that good in the ring. I'm sorry. Corbianos look good, but still. Like, when you know what I know about Japan, let me put it like this. When you know what I know about Japan, I don't think I ever got fooled about Yokozuna, but I didn't think he was Samoan until I found out he was Anawa'i. But I don't think I ever got fooled. I was like, are you sure he's Japanese? Nah, no. No. It was like, no, there's no way. I didn't think Samoan until I found out he was Anawa'i, but I'm like, there's no way he's actually Japanese. No way. I agree with that. But then again, my nana was surprised Alberto Del Rio was so tall. But speaking of Alberto Del Rio, my nana was always so surprised that Del Rio was so tall. Take that what you will. Take that how you will. That was a her thing, not a me thing, just to be clear. To be clear, don't get pissed at me. She said it, not me. There's no reason to get pissed at her. She's dead. But either way, playing forward. Larea shot save. There's no reason. Well, there was no reason to bring it up. I'm sorry. I haven't really processed anything anyway until now. So that's my bad, I guess. Either way. Saba plays it forward. #21 minute. Good to hear. Still 0-0. This game is as sloppy as a freaking sloppy Joe. I'm tired. playing forward. I know, Santino was born in Canada. I know. He's actually Italian, though. He actually is Italian, though. Just Canadian Italian. I don't know why I said that like it was so bad. Because it's not. Either way. Either way. He actually is Italian, though. He played it up for the gimmick, yeah, but he actually is. I mean, look at his shoot last name. That's Italian, ain't it? Cross in. I mean, what do you know about freaking the GTA? I mean, yeah, the accent's fake. Ish. He played it up. Like he was Italian, but you know. I feel like I'm about to step on some toes if I haven't already. Not that I care. Not that I care. Somebody about to get pissed off. Can't make everybody happy, I guess. Can't keep everybody happy. Eh. 23rd minute. Oh, yeah. The one who played Muhammad Hassan. That was him, right? It got worse for him. Well, it got worse for him. He went to TNA and they... Have you heard his theme song from there? If you thought Muhammad Hassan was on the nose, TNA got it even closer. Yep. If you thought Muhammad Hassan was on the nose, look at what TNA did to him with his theme song. Daivari was given a horrible entrance in TNA. The plane crash. Yeah. I don't want it. They said America first, right? Who even wants us to go to war with Venezuela? I'm not saying I support war with Iran, but at least we know who wants us to go to war with them. I didn't say there was any positives to it either. But maybe you could bullshit a positive or two from a war with Iran for people who believe that that's a positive. What positive is there with a war with Venezuela? What positive is there? You're just dumb. If you want it, you're dumb. Headed away. If you want it to happen, you're dumb. I mean, you're dumb if you want an Iran war to happen, but at least there are some people who'd be like, well, but this is the positive, right? There ain't no positive to it, but if that's what you believe. But if that's what you believe. 26 minute. Well, technically, Venezuela's not part of NATO. So I'm sure some of them would get drugged in with the United States once Venezuela fires their shot. That's true. Fair enough. Then again, what if they want? Because, you know, NATO's a scam, though. Let's be real. So, but they kind of would have to help the USA, considering, well, the president wants them to pay their fair share. If we did go to war with Venezuela, they'd have to help. Because if they don't, oh, that's going to be a shit show. That is a good point. Throw in. Point is, all NATO really truly is a bully pulpit, really, if you think about it. Toronto thinks that's a handball. It really is a bully pulpit when you think about it. Because Ukraine's not in NATO, but what wars have anybody in NATO got in besides the United States since World War II? And the only way they've been in a war is they've joined the United States. So really, even if they don't pay their fair share, NATO's just a way for the U.S. to bully other countries, if you think about it. Because an attack on one's attack on all, and then when they fire a shot against you, guess what happens? That's going to be an attack on one. But you can't not just take the punches and not punch back. Right? You can't let a bully just beat up on you so you don't get absolutely bulldozed, right? You have to fight back. But the problem is, that's a corner. But the problem is, when you fight back against the USA, that's going to be called an attack on one. So some NATO countries are going to come in and just bulldoze the shit out of you with the United States. It's a bully pulpit. It's a scam and a bully pulpit, frankly. If you think about it, really. Corner for Atlanta. Punched away. Yep. And why do you think the Arab Spring happened? Foul. That'll be a free kick for Toronto, 30th minute. Very boring first half so far, the point where we've talked about wrestling, playing forward. Playing forward. Saved. Favorite USL team, Louisville City. Louisville City. So, back and forth, but barely anything worth a damn. Hmm. 33rd minute. Well, that's true, but hey, your words, you didn't want Mihailovic because we should completely blow it up. So what do you want? Because if you want a proven striker, they would have had to be a DP as well, which we had the open spot. We've probably traded every international slot. Either way, what do you want? Corner for Toronto. What do you want exactly? Your words. Your words. Blow it up completely. We shouldn't have signed Mihailovic. So what do you want? And you're acting like a proven striker wouldn't have been the same thing. Were there MLS proven that is on a DP contract? Because we got rid of almost every international slot that was open for GAM. What do you want? Your words. What do you want? How could you say, well, we should have got a proven striker, but also in the same breath be like, well, we shouldn't have got Mihailovic. You should have just completely blew it up. It wasn't time. How could you be one? I agree, we do need a proven striker, but how could you say, well, it was too early to get a guy like Mihailovic. You should have completely blew it up, but be like, well, we need a proven striker, knowing damn well that also would have been a DP spot. And probably a similar type of move. A proven MLS striker that had a green card, so they're not an international slot. That's also a DP striker. Make that make sense. That is not intellectually sound, is all I'm saying. It's not. It's either one or the other. It's either one or the other is my point. You either say completely blow it up, deal with it later, or now that we're trying to build something, I guess, yeah, let's get both. It's either or. You can't have it both ways. Can't have it both ways. This ain't Burger King. You can't have it both ways. Okay, fair enough. But still. You're right. They do need a proper striker. Ironically enough, though, we might have that guy on the roster. They're not starting him, though. But he did score like 5 minutes into his debut with his team. Again, he's not proven, but he might turn into that. But we need more in high potential. But if he breaks out, he's cheap. At least for now. Like, seriously, why aren't we playing Vilsant, though? Why are we playing Brynhildsen? Like, I could even argue, be like, okay with a Kerr start. A DeAndre Kerr start. But we started Brynhildsen with Kerr, Henry, and Vilsant on the bench. Did Robin Fraser get dropped on his head as a child? Did he? "37th minute. Like, what are we doing? Point is, Vilsant's that dude. At least I believe so. Oh, Tejan scored for Villarreal. "38th minute. 0-0. Boring first half, but at least we're not losing. We've taken a step forward over the past 2 weeks. We haven't allowed a dumbass goal. We haven't allowed a dumbass goal like we did the first 10, 20 minutes of the last 2 games, where we could have easily won if we didn't allow an early dumbass goal. Shot wide, that'll be a goal kick for Toronto, 38th minute. Playing forward. "39th minute. Fraser is mad trying to defend for 90 minutes. Yeah. And it's possible his last pay-per-view appearances I can't watch. Like, the only ones I can watch are his last TV appearances in Saturday night's main event. Depending on how this freaking YouTube TV, ESPN direct-to-consumer thing plays out. But hey, at least his last match is on Saturday night's main event. So I could still cry my ass off when it's over. What, you think I'm not? I said it when he said he was retiring. I'm going to cry after his last match, or even during. I'm not lying. You ain't going to see it on camera, though. No, you're out of your mind. But take it as it is. And I'll watch the build-up to the Rumble, but if I can't watch the Rumble for free through YouTube TV authentication on ESPN direct-to-consumer, I'm done. I'm done. What about Mania? What makes you think they'll have it fixed before Mania if they don't have it fixed for the Rumble? Well, no. Let Styles beat Dom for the IC title. Let Cena face Brock at WrestlePalooza. Cena versus Styles at Perth for the IC title. Man, that's going to suck to miss if I have to. Well, I might have been asleep for it anyway. Well, no, it'd been like 5 a.m. Maybe I wouldn't be. Either way, No, I think I know exactly what they're doing. Cena versus Logan Paul in Paris. AJ versus Dom in Paris. Whether that be Clash or Raw. AJ beats Dom. Cena faces Brock at WrestlePalooza. Cena faces AJ for the IC title at Perth and wins the IC title and defends it till he loses it. Maybe he'll retire with it. Mayumba loses the ball, cleared away for a corner. So do with that what you will. That's my thought process, though. They pretty much have said it's going to be Cena Brock at WrestlePalooza. Besides, it's also the first ESPN show, so what makes you think that wouldn't happen? Toronto corner, 42nd minute. I feel like that makes it even more likely to happen that way. The fact that it's the first ESPN show. Well, Cena would have to challenge AJ. AJ wouldn't challenge Cena. Well, but hey, here's the loophole. John already brought up AJ Styles. Shot wide. That's going to be a corner. Who did touch? Corner for Toronto. Well, then again, you could be like, yeah, I liked hearing that you want to face me again because you name dropped me on SmackDown. Why not one last time for the IC title in Perth? And it main events, the IC title main events for the first time in God knows how long. I'm fine with it. Yeah, it could be like, yeah, you know what? I like the idea. Header, wide, goal kick. But yeah, AJ, I guess, could be like, what better way to have my first defense of the IC title against John Cena in Perth, main event of Crown Jewel. And John's like, I'm down. Let's go. Shakes hands, boom. Yeah, that could work. Yeah, that could work. It hasn't. Are you sure? Playing forward, Coelho. Coelho has the ball. Man, I hope you're right that there's a goal. 44th minute. Playing forward. Toronto has the ball. I can't be that behind, can I? 43rd or 45 minutes, 30 seconds before 45. Dominguez. Chip through. That's out for a corner for Toronto. 45th minute. If they score, it's just because it's ironic they did, I guess. 45th minute. One minute of stoppage time. Corner for Toronto. Punched away. Free kick the other way. Yeah, that was a foul. Seconds to go. Player down, hurt. Pilot on Air Canada flight home from Milan upon landing. Welcome to Toronto, home of future Stanley Cup champion Maple Leafs. Really? I mean, I wish you were right, but there's a better way to say that. Welcome to Toronto, the home of the future World Series champions, Toronto Blue Jays. They're the ones who are actually doing good. Halftime, it's 0-0. 0-0. 0-0 at the half. But hey, at least it didn't say, welcome to Toronto, home of the future CONCACAF Champions Cup winners, Toronto FC. They're not getting close unless they call the Pirate. I wish we could, but without that, but we can't. So, then again. No. I'd still want us to find a way to win it if we, in any way, shape, or form possible. That would be nice. But who are we kidding? There's the only way we're getting close. Well, third World Series for the Blue Jays, yes, but it's been 30-something years. Hold on. 03. It's been 32 years. It's been 32 years. It's been a lifetime in between. It's been a generation in between if they do get it done. So I should know. The only way I've seen 92 and 93 was with YouTube replays that have been archived on YouTube. I watch them every offseason, though. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight, be back, 0-0. 45 more minutes. Hopefully Toronto finds a winner. But the good news is, unlike last week, they have not allowed a bullshit goal or a stupid goal. Still 0-0. So if they score, in theory, they should have the lead. If you go by how the last week's games have gone, the last two games have gone, if they score, they should be winning this game. With that being said, sit tight, be back. Back for the stats at the half. We have 49% possession to 51% possession, 5 shots to 6, 0 shots on goal to 1, 164 accurate passes, 177 accurate passes, 84% pass accuracy to 88% pass accuracy, 5 fouls to 3, 4 corners to 3. We have 5 shots to 6, 0 shots on goal to 1. We have 195 passes to 202, 84% pass accuracy to 88. We have 13 throws to 7, 0 offside to 1, 0 yellow cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0. 0-0 at the half. You know, I don't think Toronto's been that bad. I think Atlanta, they haven't really tested Toronto to be all things serious about it. I think Toronto's done slightly well. I think they've had one good chance. But with that being said, I mean, I'm okay with the performance so far. They haven't been too bad. Atlanta's never really seemed to challenge Toronto tonight. So if you're happy, there isn't really much to say, really. But I mean, the first half was okay. Like, I can't sit here and say it was bad. It was, well, for Toronto, it wasn't bad, but was it a sloppy first half in general? Yes. Was it ugly? Yes. Was it boring? Yes. But the good news is the past 2 games, Toronto have scored late into the second half and survived or salvaged a draw, and arguably could have won the way they played after their equalizers because they allowed a stupid goal early. A very stupid goal early of those last 2 matches they've played. Now, you could say, well, they were playing 2 of the best teams in the Eastern Conference, one at home, one away. Of course, it was going to be harder for them to not allow goals. They're playing a team who's honestly worse than them. Just barely, probably. True. But they still have talent on the front line. It's not like they don't. So, for me, I'm glad we haven't allowed a goal yet, but the longer a game goes, the better we are defensively. And with our team, the way it's been looking for the past couple of weeks, we've always found a way to score late. We've always put more and more pressure on the other team as the game's gone on. And that's kind of how the half ended. Arguably the first half, like the past 5-7 minutes. So if they just keep building on the momentum they've built, they should win this game. I didn't say by much, but as long as you get the points right, there you go. Second half starting very soon. Have you seen Mexico's roster? How many games until the season's over for TFC? 38 or 28, 29, 30, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 7. 7.5. If we don't win out, pretty much have to win out to make the playoffs now. Have you seen Mexico's roster? I mean, their actual roster for the window, no. Their training camp roster of Liga MX players that they're going to have like train together for 2 days, yes. I don't think there's anything to glean out of that, though, if you're asking. Like, yeah, if one of them ends up on the regular or the September roster, okay, sure. But I don't think nobody's planning that anyway for them to really build up to a roster. Maybe one or two of those pieces, but do that what you will. Second half, here we go. How we doing, Henry? Second half, here we go. Getting a pep talk at the half, eh? Like that's going to work. Second half, here we go. How we doing, HJU? How we doing? 0-0. Toronto walking out for the second half. Why do I feel like they're coming out a bit late? Okay. Why do I feel like they're coming out a bit late? Atlanta kicks off. Here we go. 45 more minutes. Toronto has the draw so far. If we go by the way the last two games have went, that means Toronto should win this one late. I won't push my luck. Mbappe scored a second goal. He scored 2 goals. I'm surprised. I'm legitimately surprised. Is Mbappe back? Playing forward. Mayumba. High cross. I'm surprised. Is he back? Playing forward is Toronto. Coelho switches the play. Oh, what a run. Corbianu. Come on, Corbianu. Theo Corbianu. Shot save. What are you doing? What a horrible... Dude. Nah, he should have. He just shot it straight at Hibbert. What are we doing, man? You could have easily put it wide of him. You could have put it. Dude was on the post. You could have put it wide of him. It would have went in. That was such a good chance. Atlanta. Mihai picks it up. Man, we might regret that one. 47th minute. '47th minute. Yeah, I get it. Toronto's win probability is 21% after a half. Would have been higher if freaking Corbiano put the ball into the net. But he didn't. Richie Larea. '48th minute. Does Atlanta have a new front three starting today? I mean, different. Brennan is new. Saba has still been there on their own. Now, if you're saying the fact there's no Latte Loth, yeah, no. Brennan is definitely random. That's definitely random. I'm surprised there is no Latte Loth. Free kick. Let's see. He's not even on the bench. Oh, he's hurt. Oh, he has a hamstring injury. Well, that makes sense. A Johnny Fortune foot injury. Well, that sucks for Trinidad. Tiare is probably their backup striker. Their bench, Leo Alfonso, Tiare, Guzan, but you really shouldn't have a goalkeeper sub. So it's different. I wouldn't say new, but it's different. Win probability, 450, like 45%. Yeah, 45% for Atlanta, if I remember correctly. There's like a 30% of a draw as well. So, yeah, 45 or some around there. How's TFC? I mean, they're doing okay. They're doing okay. They should be winning. Corbiano should have put that damn goal away. 50th minute. Well, Toronto, they haven't allowed a stupid goal yet. So, if we don't allow a stupid goal by the 60th minute, we'll probably win this game. Or still have a 0-0 draw. I don't know. '50th minute. Yeah, I know, Pacharo. I read your comment. I could care less. Darby Allin is an idiot, and John Moxley loves doing shit like that. Doesn't surprise me when those are the two guys to have a spot where he puts a fork in Darby Allin's ear. Darby Allin's an idiot. The dude doesn't even have a brain. The dude has no brain. Zero brain. Dude should be on Jackass. Yeah, reboot Jackass and have Darby Allin on it. Oh, the problem is that dude isn't funny. Well, they could use him as a lawn dart. That might work. Actually, you know what? That might make sense. Put Darby Allin on Jackass. Use him as a lawn dart. He might totally be fine with that. Use him as a lawn dart. Throw in for Toronto. He ain't taller than one, I'll tell you that right now. Dude's about as tall as a damn lawn dart. Use him as that. Throw in. Playing forward. Clearance, throw in for Toronto. Because he's an idiot. That's why. Well, he just wants to go out in a blaze of glory. I don't think it's the ring per se. The dude climbed Everest. He just wants to be remembered. And how better to get remembered if you don't have any charisma or anything worth a damn about you? Die in the ring or die climbing Everest. The dude's a daredevil because that's the only way he'll get remembered. I honestly kind of feel sorry for him. I really do. Darby Allin's either going to die in the ring, either, I'm sure it's probably going to be more likely to be a show like GCW, but either way. Playing forward, Toronto. That hit somebody's hand. Come on, that bounced off his hand. If those Miami penalties were penalties, either way. Darby Allin, the dude knows he has nothing good about him besides the fact he's a daredevil. He has no charisma. He has no character. He has nothing that people want to watch him for except being a daredevil. How are people going to remember him if he goes out with a blaze of glory? And honestly, with the way he's going, I'm sure Darby Allin would rather go out with a blaze of glory because the shit he's pulling, if he turns 80, if he gets that old, he's going to be living in hell. Like, if he gets to be elderly, the shit that Darby Allin's pulled, if he gets to like 65, 70, 75, 80, he ain't going to have a fun elderly life. And I think he knows that. So, why not? Why not go out in a blaze of glory if you're him? It's better than somehow making it to 80 with all the bullshit he's done and hurting like hell until you take your final breath. Because the shit he's pulled, yeah. He's the next Sting. Sting never did the shit that Darby pulled. And also, Darby is not the same level of charismatic as Sting. Sting was charismatic. Like, he knew how to be a character. Darby, no, just because he worked with him doesn't mean no. 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 Playing forward, 56th minute. '55th minute. '56th minute. 0-0. Toronto plays it short. Coelho picks up the ball. And they almost cause Dude, what are we doing? That was a bad idea. I don't exactly know what they were trying to do there. Caught Sean Johnson. Basically gave Atlanta a free shot. Playing forward, 57th minute. Vinicius Jr. scored 3-0 Real Madrid. Well, shit, good for them. Cal Raleigh hit his 49th home run. Dude might just, I don't know. Cal Raleigh might just get to Aaron Judge's AL home run record. He might. Corbianu. Shot. Blocked away. He didn't have a good angle. Kobe Franklin. 58th minute. Toronto's had most of the momentum since about the 30th minute, though, I will say. Still gave Atlanta that free shot. But other than that, nothing bad happened about it, so go with it. Playing forward. Corbianu shot. Corner. Good block by Amador. Corbianu gets a corner off of it, though. Corner. Mihailovic to take the corner. 59th minute. Corner taken. High angle header. Corner for Toronto, or is it offside? Well, I'm not surprised. Looks like another corner from the other side. 59th minute. Mihailovic take it from the other corner. Corner. Header. It's going to go to where Atlanta can clear it. Saba picks up. Hernandez on the run. Moranchuk chips it. Hernandez goes down. Goal kick. Wasn't pretty, but okay. Damn. Ruben Amorim now has a Premier League win percentage of 24.1, 7 wins in 29 games. The exact same percentage as Neil Warnock, won 27 of 112 games. Jamal Tiare's on for Atlanta, 0-0. Lennon is on as well. Alzate is on as well. Triple sub for Atlanta. Oh, God, not this again. Coelho with a goal kick. At least he takes it wide to long. Well, that's better than last time. It was better than last time. What are we doing this freaking short play, take the goal kick, give it to Coelho and let him build it up? I love Coelho, but what are we doing? Like, what is this freaking... I don't get it. I really don't get it. 62nd minute. Playing forward. Back to Hibbert. 62 minutes. Header. Oh no. Moranchuk. Good block, but he gets it right back. In through. Good steal. What a steal. Toronto still survives with a draw there. 63rd minute cross. Blocked. Corbianu. Coelho wins the second ball. Dominguez, what are you doing? Sticks his leg out and doesn't get it. 63rd minute. Substitutions. DeAndre Kerr coming on for Ulla Brynhildsen. Good. And Kevin Long off for Raul Petretta. One of those makes sense. The other one really doesn't, but okay. I guess we're going for it because we have the momentum. I would have taken off Rawstead for Petretta, but either way. Throw in for Hernandez. Alzate switches the play. They lose some ground. I guess it is. Hernandez. I guess I could. Either way, it is technically Domingo Futbolero. Yes, it is. It is. We haven't done that in a while. It's been a while, yeah. Since we've done Sunday game. Playing forward, 65th minute. $65 minutes. 0-0. Player down hurt for Toronto is Dominguez. He's got turf bits on his arm. Still 0-0. Still a draw through 65 minutes. Alzate gets a yellow card. Free kick for Kobe Franklin. Who's likely to win here? I'm leaning towards Toronto, frankly. A 1-0 win for Toronto is what I'm leaning towards. That's not biased. That's just the fact that things have gone their way. They have momentum. They have not allowed a stupid goal yet, unlike the past two games. I think Toronto figures it out. Man, I wish Corbianu could have scored earlier the half. '66th minute. Good. No. Okay, there is a steal there. Free kick for Toronto. Rolstead is down. Moranchuk trying to score another goal for Atlanta because at this point he's the guy who gets it for him. Corbianu. Corbianu still. Corbianu. Cross in. Kerr loses it. The header bounces off. Larea. 67th minute. Corbianu plays it on to Kobe Franklin. Offside. It's out for a throw. Guess he went out. 67th minute. Playing forward. Ooh. 68th minute. Playing forward. Throw in for Toronto. Lennon's pissed. Brought down. Free kick for Toronto. '69th minute. Playing forward. Toronto picks it up. Nice switch of play. Nil-nil, 69th minute. Toronto still got the ball. Free kick for Toronto. Lennon is pissed at the refs, man. I frankly don't care. Lennon fouled Mihailovic. Free kick that's basically a short corner. 70th minute. It's not from a good angle, but it can be useful, I guess. Isn't that the one with like the ambient sound or whatever? Cross in. Punched away. No, neither of us have been paid to say that. Larea chasing the ball. He gets it. Plays it back to Sean Johnson. Trust me, if I was paid to say that about a sleep app, I would actually be able to sleep. Well, 70th minute. Playing over the top. Corbianu gets brought down, has the ball, advantage played. I don't know about that. Free kick the other way. We'll end 0-0. I mean, I'll take it comparatively, but if we could steal a late goal, that would be nice. Just don't lose. 72nd minute. Player down, hurt. 72nd minute. Twelve fouls to 5. Wait, do we have the star on our shorts too? We could do that? I don't think I've seen that before at all. Playing forward. '73rd minute. Playing forward. DeAndre Kerr. Still DeAndre. Corbianu picks it up. Coelho. Corbianu. Coelho. Switches the play. Richie. In through Mihailovic. Cross. Headed away. Osorio. Brings it down. Dominguez tries to go for it. He didn't get it. 74th minute. Almiron. That's not a free kick. Okay. Free kick for Atlanta on the end line. That's a bad call. I'm sorry. That's a bad call. '65th minute. Free kick for Atlanta. I still think that was a pretty bad call, to be real. That was a bad free kick against. Header, cleared. Corbianu kicks it backwards. Mihailovic making a run. Here comes Jordy Mihailovic. All alone. Cross at the end line. Header! And it's way over the bar by Coelho. How's the game going? Okay. A draw. 0-0. Man, that could have been the chance. Coelho with a damn good switch of play earlier in the match to Corbianu. If only he could have put it wide. I mean, Hibbert was on the post. He could have put it wide, but I guess he was worried about Amador blocking it if he tried to go a bit more wide. So he tried to take the shot, which honestly kind of stupid, but whatever. 76th minute. Still think Toronto's slightly the better team. Probably speaks to how bad Atlanta is, but either way. Ooh. Free kick for Toronto. If you're going to call soft free kicks, thank you. 77th minute. Well, they've been stepping up during the second half recently. That's sort of been the story of the past couple of weeks is they've been stepping up during the second half. They start shaky and then step up as the game goes. So this is just following that script, except we haven't allowed a goal yet. So that if we score, we should win. In theory, if this goes exactly how the last couple of weeks have gone, besides the goal against. Of course, that's probably when frickin' Tobias time strikes, is we score and then, or we just lose 1-0. See, that's why I'd rather allow a goal early than late. At least you can bounce back from it. Still 0-0. Draw. Atlanta isn't even playing. 78th minute. Somebody will score after the 80-minute mark. I say it's Toronto. Probably. Yeah, she probably will get jealous. I want to hear if she does. Playing forward. Corbianu. Cross. Open. And at least it bounces back to Corbianu. 79th minute. Cross in. Header. Nothing there. Osorio picks up the ball. Jonathan Osorio. Back to Toronto. Still has it. They've had the potential. They've had the momentum. In theory, they should win this game. What, could you bet on them? How much did you bet on Toronto? And besides, is it going to be a shit box or is it going to be a new car? I don't see how you could bet that much on an MLS game to help you buy a car unless it's a shit box from like 1985. Well, it depends on how. Well, if it's well taken care of, it won't be cheap. That's the problem. If it's a Silver Thunderbird, it's been well taken care of, it won't be cheap. 80th minute, Corbianu's being subbed off for Henry. Henry is on. All right. Where's Vilsant, though? Okay. Free kick for Toronto. Coelho to take. It's a deep free kick, so this will have to be a header. Brought down. Headed on by Osorio, and they lose it. 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. Still 0-0. Richie Larea. That is not a foul. I swear to God, if you call it, referee. Dude's down. That's it. And they're going to stop the play. Of course they are. On their own is still down. They're going to stop the play. 81st minute. Dude went down by himself. That's not a foul, I hope. Down fair, but that ain't no damn foul. But 81st minute. 0-0. Drop ball for Toronto. Okay, at least that's fair. Oh, no. VAR? Yeah. Not surprised. 82nd minute. Toronto does get the drop ball, though. That is not a foul. Thank God I haven't checked it. Yellow card for Almiron. He got his get back. Really? He thought he got fouled. He thought he got fouled, so he goes and gets his get back. That's a free kick for Toronto. Yellow card for Almiron. Just bum rushed him. He just bum rushed Richie. Just bum rushed him. Dude, he didn't foul you, but I'll take the yellow card. Just bum rushed him. 83rd minute. Told you. Dowd's like a punk, bum rushes the guy because he thought he got fouled when he didn't. Okay? And he gets booked for it. F around and find out, sir. F around and find out. Like, that's just dumb. Well, he got booked. Throw in for Toronto. '83rd minute. Like, why are you going to do that when you weren't even fouled? Like, is that really even getting a get back or just being an asshole? Why? Henry. Like, you weren't fouled. You went down like a sack of potatoes, and then you're like, well, he blew past me, so I'll bum rush him and get a yellow card. Not that I care. It's just dirty play. Yep, that's the ref. That's the ref. What, does frickin' Almiron have an anger issue or something that I don't know about? He wasn't like this when he was in MLS the first time. What, did he gain an anger issue while playing in Newcastle? So dreary it makes you angry? I don't know, maybe. Possible, I guess. I mean, hey, it's not the first time. Look at Isak. Look at Alexander Isak. Dude wants to leave Newcastle. Not that I blame him. Not that I blame him. Schleich. Cross. Corner for Atlanta. 85th minute. Substitution, Kamen and Barakal. Barakal are on for Atlanta. Their 5 subs are passed. Almiron's off. Got booked and comes off. Substitution. Corner. 86th minute. Alzate takes the corner. Free kick for Toronto. 0-0, 0-0. Empate. Atlanta contra Toronto. '86th minute. Playing forward. Good run, Richie. Horrible pass. 87th minute. Playing forward. It's out for a throw for Atlanta. 87th minute. Alzate plays it backwards. Cross. Still kept in by Toronto. Pushes it back to center, but could be worse. 88th minute. Brennan to the 88th minute. Such poor football being played. I'll agree. Toronto looks like the better team. They both suck. Let's be real. It's been sloppy. Toronto's looked the more consistent. I didn't say good. There's a difference. They've looked like they actually could do something, Toronto, consistently. Header. Osorio. Free kick for Toronto, 88th minute. Too many damn stoppages. I think we probably would have lost the ball if he didn't, though, so I'll take it. Free kick for Toronto, 89th minute. At this point, I'll probably take a damn draw. Points-wise for Toronto, they'll be above their 2007 season if they win today. If they draw, they'll be above 2012 instead of just tied with it, points-wise. 89th minute. Oh, they put on Derek Etienne Jr. instead of Vilsaint. You were nuts, Robin Fraser. You were nuts. Speaking of, Etienne used to play for Atlanta. That's how we got him. He got traded here from Atlanta. Speaking of, Cozy Thompson on for Sigurd Råsted. Etienne on for Dominguez. And Etienne almost loses the damn ball instantly. Why wouldn't he? 90th minute. I cannot wait to see Cassius Mailula back. I cannot wait. Etienne sucks, man. He sucks. Mihailovic. Up the pitch. Goes down. Picked up. Well, Miami might not. 90th minute goal kick. I don't think Miami would. At least not right now. Five minutes of stoppage time. Throw in for Toronto? Toronto. 5 minutes of stoppage time. Playing forward, good steal. Back. Coelho gets onto it. Henry still. Henry. Cross in at the byline. Header. And they lose it, of course. Moranchuk kept that one alive. 92 minutes. Free kick for Atlanta. Playing forward. 92 minutes. Just don't get to boss time. That would suck. This Atlanta team does not deserve a win. I'm sorry. They don't deserve a win. I don't know if we deserve one either, but goal kick. I don't know if Toronto deserves one either. Perfectly. Old Drake, perfectly. New Drake, over. I can't even listen to his old shit anymore, though. Tres más minutos. 0-0. $93 minutes. Dos más. Playing forward. Dos. 0-0. 0-0. Cross. Header. What are you doing? Corner for Atlanta. '94th minute. Under. Kendrick. Under. Corner. 94th minute. Moranchuk to take. Exactly what the hell are we stopping them from taking a corner for? Cross in. Header. Cleared. One more minute. 94th minute. Cross in. Henry. Why did he not? It's out for a throw. 50 seconds. Getting to 40 seconds. Just don't do nothing stupid. That would suck. Brennan. Cross in. Header. Good clearance. 30 seconds to go. Over a little bit. Moranchuk. Yeah, don't let him score outside the box. That's kind of his thing. Oh, shit. Good. Good closing him down. Header. Get the ball, get the ball, get the ball, get the ball. Seconds to go. Knee high. Plays it on. Alzate, and it's full time. 0-0. Toronto survives with a draw. I don't think anybody really deserved the win here. 0-0 draw. Trash. With that being said, could be better, could be worse. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you on Tuesday for CONCACAF Caribbean Cup and Central American Cup. Tuesday, one of each. Wednesday, we got Leagues Cup semis. Thursday, Caribbean Cup, Central American Cup. Friday, predictions for the Leagues Cup final. Saturday, Toronto plays again. Sunday, Leagues Cup final, Formula One, blah, blah, blah. With that being said, I'll see you Monday, or I'll see you Tuesday. I'm Ryan, I'm out. Peace. Review, of course, within the hour, though. Almost forgot. Not that there's much to say, but I'll find a way. Peace.